What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Roman. Since Marvel revealed its Phase 4 slate at Comic-Con, the last 2 weeks have been filled with details related to those projects. This newest detail, however, comes to us from a trusted source and has nothing to do with Phase 4, but rather the big bad culminating in the end of the next couple of phases. Equaling the power level of Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet is certainly going to take more than one phase to build towards, and that would be Galactus and one of his lesser-known heralds, Tyrant. We're going to break down exactly where this report's coming from, what the report said, and what it means for the bigger context going into Phase 4, 5, and 6 now. It's definitely going to tell us what Easter eggs to be looking for, but first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We're still giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, as well as a whole slew of other Marvel-related stuff, including copies of Avengers Endgame in Blu-ray and DVD once they go on sale in a couple of weeks. All you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and if you want, stick around to the end of the video. I'll get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Now, this report actually comes from MCU Cosmics' Jeremy Conrad. I'm sure a lot of you already follow him, but I'll go ahead and link his editorial down below. He's well known in the MCU community, has great connections, and has been right in the past a lot with quote-unquote leaks. He starts by saying, with San Diego Comic-Con over and the revelation of Phase 4, many think there's not much else planned for the MCU. That's not true at all. They have all of Phase 5 already planned out, and with the Fox purchase, Marvel has a lot of new toys they've been waiting to play with. At some point here in the near future, Marvel Studios plans to introduce the planet-eating Galactus, as well as one of his lesser-known creations, Tyrant. Everyone knows who Galactus is, but Tyrant is an interesting choice to go with him. Created by Ron Lim, Ron Mars, and Tom Christopher during the early 90s run of the Silver Surfer, Tyrant is a creation of Galactus who went rogue and became his own villain. He and Galactus had an epic war that destroyed entire galaxies before Galactus exiled him into deep space. Now, Jeremy Conrad is a trusted source, like I said, in the MCU community, although he didn't offer a specific source for where he found this information out. But there's a lot here that we want to do, and the first of which we need to do is frame it. Galactus has had a ton of heralds in the MCU, but even more importantly, he starts at the beginning of the universe where everything started. And we know with the Eternals, the MCU plans on doing just that. What better place to start introducing the existence of Galactus and Galactus Easter eggs than in a movie set in the earliest parts of the Marvel Cinematic Universe? But my take is that we're not going to see Galactus on the big screen anytime soon. Definitely not in Phase 4, and probably not until the later parts of Phase 5. It'll be a lot like how they built up Thanos in the MCU in the first 3 phases of the Infinity Saga. Think about it. We didn't get Thanos until a post-credit scene in Avengers 1. We then didn't see anything more from him until Guardians of the Galaxy. They're going to slow play this. He's too much of a big bad and a fan favorite to go ahead and rush him into the first Fantastic Four movie that we're all really hoping to be announced with Phase 5, given what Kevin Feige said at San Diego Comic-Con, but has not been announced just yet. And speaking of the Fantastic Four, this makes a lot of sense that Galactus would be the big bad, and a lot of people assumed it. Now, Dr. Doom is notably one of the most famous villains of all of Marvel Comics. Some people say he's the best villain of all time, and he's a villain that the Fantastic Four will undoubtedly face at some point, but the Marvel Cinematic Universe has a long shelf life ahead of it, and Doom is easily one of those characters that they could keep around the MCU through several phases, even after the completion of whatever his quote-unquote event would be. Galactus is one of those villains that they can build towards and try to defeat on a cosmic level, and really showcase the power sets of some of these new heroes that we've seen, like Captain Marvel, wherever Scarlet Witch is going to go to, whatever kind of great heights that Doctor Strange's magic is going to reach, and especially what kind of power that Thor has. Speaking of which, just earlier this week, I did a video that I will link at the end of this video, talking about how the new villain in Thor Love and Thunder could introduce the earliest Easter eggs for Galactus. The rumor is that Gore the God Butcher will be the villain in Thor's new movie, and Gore the God Butcher specifically has a weapon called the Black Necro Sword. Thor eventually needs this sword to defeat Galactus, and it would be super interesting if in the end of Phase 4, all of a sudden this weapon makes its debut in the MCU. Of course, Thor is able to defeat Gore the God Butcher and then banishes this sword to a black hole. He has to go and retrieve it in order to fight Galactus. Wait, does that sound familiar? Him going to a star to retrieve a weapon to defeat the big bad? Oh, Marvel Comics, you repeat yourself too often, but we still love you. Now, as far as this new Herald Tyrant, he's exactly like Galactus, right? An exhaustive energy source is needed. He needs to eat off planets. And in the same way that a lot of his heralds rebel, he had had enough and ends up fighting Galactus. Now, I actually had to stop and think on this a minute, but I have a really good idea of what Marvel Studios may be doing here, and see if you can follow me. If you want to introduce a Silver Surfer right off the bat with Galactus. It's quite the plight to have to be Galactus's herald, and it could be that they want us to empathize with Silver Surfer when he finally comes along, when we meet Norrin Radd for the first time. And in order to do that, they're going to set up Tyrant with Galactus at first. That way we can understand what it's like to be a herald for him. Also, it would build out Galactus's story arc without having to involve the very dense character of Silver Surfer as well. Even though a lot of us think of them as tied, Silver Surfer is for sure his own character. He eventually breaks out from underneath Galactus, even though it's an age-old struggle. I can't wait to see this play out in its own perfect time and patience in the MCU. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments about the introduction of Galactus into the MCU. Would you rather them tackle Doctor Doom first? Again, let me know in the comments, Doctor Doom or Galactus, which villain would you rather see first going into Phase 4 and Phase 5 as the classic villain to face the Fantastic Four and what's ever left of an Avengers team? And quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Alright, we're still giving away 2 PlayStation 4 Pros, the next of which is at the 500,000 subscriber mark. All you have to do, hit the subscribe button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video. We have closed the Spotify giveaway. We will be announcing in the next video the winner of the Spotify PlayStation 4 Pro giveaway, but don't worry, we're going to run another one right after that. If you want to win the PlayStation here at the channel or any of the copies of Avengers Endgame in Blu-ray or DVD once they go on sale in a couple weeks, same rules always apply here at the channel. Hit the sub button, then hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment on this video, and the more videos that you like and comment on, the better chance you have of winning. My name's Michael Roman. This is Everything Always, guys. Thanks for checking out the channel and stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.